what's being framed as a legal victory, Hee-jin has successfully sued a handful of online commenters, with fines ranging from a whopping 50,000 to 100,000 won, approximately $37 to $75. That's right after all the courtroom drama, all the headlines, and all the so-called defamation. Some internet trolls are now forced to fork over what amounts to the price of a pack of ramen. If this was meant to be a message about holding online commenters accountable, the message received loud and clear is, insult someone, pay chump change, and move on. Let's not forget that Hee-jin initially demanded 3 million won, approximately $2,250 per person in damages. The actual amount awarded, a fraction of that. The harshest fine, 100,000 won, was for someone who used an expletive that the court deemed offensive enough to warrant financial consequences. Other commenters, who called her a psycho or expressed their desire to hypothetically punch her, got away with just 50,000 won. Some, who merely called her sly, faced no consequences at all. In legal terms, this is a partial victory at best and a slap on the wrist at worst. While the court acknowledged that some comments were offensive enough to warrant fines, it also set an incredibly low threshold for actual damages. If Min's goal was to establish a precedent that online defamation carries serious consequences, this verdict does the exact opposite. It essentially tells online critics that as long as they keep their insults mild, there's no real price to pay. Given the minimal financial impact of these rulings, one can't help but wonder, was this lawsuit even about damages? Or was it about optics? After all, Hee-jin has been under intense public scrutiny since her fallout with Hype, following allegations that she attempted to take author for herself, press conferences where she called out industry peers, and a bitter legal battle with New Jeans over contract termination. Her reputation took a massive hit. Suing internet trolls for measly amounts could be a carefully calculated PR move, a way to shift the narrative from Hee-jin, the controversial executive, to Hee-jin, the victim of malicious attacks. If that was the goal, it's a weak attempt. The public isn't suddenly going to see her as a martyr because a handful of anonymous commenters were fined an amount that barely covers a dinner at a decent restaurant. In contrast, if this was a genuine attempt to protect her reputation, then the outcome is laughable. If online insults are so harmful that they require legal action, then shouldn't the damages awarded reflect that? Instead, this ruling suggests that Min's suffering was worth pocket change. Now, let's be clear, online harassment is a real issue, and defamation lawsuits in South Korea are not uncommon. Celebrities and public figures have successfully sued for damages in cases of severe defamation, cyberbullying, and privacy violations. But what makes this case different is how weak the ruling actually is. In South Korea, defamation laws are notoriously strict. People have been fined millions of won or even faced criminal charges for false accusations, severe character assassination, or prolonged targeted harassment. In comparison, Min's case ended with nothing more than a light slap on the wrist for a handful of anonymous trolls. If this lawsuit was meant to scare people into thinking twice before spewing hate online, it failed spectacularly. At best, it serves as a reminder that some words have consequences. At worst, it tells people they can get away with cyberbullying for the price of a cheap dinner. At the end of the day, what has Hee-jin really accomplished here? A couple of random internet users now owe her less money than they probably spend on their phone bills. The legal precedent set is weak, and if this was meant to be a flex against online haters, it backfired. Instead of making her look like a powerful executive fighting back against defamation, this lawsuit made her look petty, as if she went through all this trouble just to win a few dollars. One thing is for sure, if Hee-jin wanted to make a statement with this lawsuit, she did. Just not the one she probably intended. At least, I guess she can go enjoy a bowl of ramen to celebrate her win. Congratulations, Min.
Money, y'all! There's poor people around! With your broke ass.